Blessings of the day to you. Thank you for joining me and being a part of the Bending Angel Prayer Ministry. Today is the prayer to hear the Christmas bell forever. In the Advent-like darkness and death, suffering and separation during the pandemic, many of us are looking for hope, for healing, for ending of the horrible disease which has deafened our senses, to see the light, to hear holy hope amidst the clatter of the struggles we and others are facing. Sometimes we are drawn to beacons of light-filled hope when things are the darkest. We see the stars in the heavens when the skies are the darkest, don't we? Inexplicably, we find ourselves drawn now closer to God the farther away we feel He is from us. In the darkness of COVID-19, we have lost so much. I did with polio. We have also gained so much too in the pandemic as I did with polio. With God's help in the dark times and living my life with disabilities, I've been able to more clearly see, hear, touch, and feel joy, light, hope, and most importantly, love, God's love. How many of you, like me, had unbridled anticipation and wonder as a child, waiting for Santa Claus to arrive and leave presents under the Christmas tree? How many of you, like me, found joy in singing Christmas carols at church or going door to door in our neighborhoods to share the gift of God's peace and God's joy in song during the holidays? How many of you, like me, felt that you were safely in God's arms when you attended Christmas Eve services or Christmas Day church services? In addition to the birth of Christ, childlike mystery and wonder had a secure place in the manger of my heart. Yours too, I imagine. Thanks to the grace of God and the talents of scientists around the world, hope, real hope, is at hand. Amazingly, in less than 1 year, we have multiple vaccines against COVID-19 being administered. Then on December 21st, another source of light appears, the Great Conjunction, when Jupiter and Saturn align in the night sky for the first time in nearly 400 years. Will we be witnessing the Christmas star, the one the three wise men saw more than 2,000 years ago? The star which guided them to the stable, in which God's life and eternal hope for us was born. Or possibly the Great Conjunction may be the intersection of astronomic reality and our faith in God. Another source of light for me and millions of others is the movie Polar Express. At the end of the movie, the hero boy, who had become an older man, said, "At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it felt silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. And though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe." Many of you have young children and grandchildren who still hear the Christmas bell. And during the pandemic, many of you may either have lost or given up greater hope in hearing the sounds of joy and wonder, in seeing light, in believing that wonder, mystery, and hope exist. With prayer, love, and aging, I can still hear the Christmas bell. And as I witness millions of men and women across America and the world receive COVID-19 vaccinations, as I look up at the Great Conjunction on December 21st, and as I think about the hero boy who never outgrew the ability to hear the bell, I reflect on God's words. Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. God, in prayer, please help us know that in times of darkness and light, we always are held safely in your loving arms. God, in prayer, please safeguard our ability to hear the voices of your angels and the ringing of Christmas bells in our hearts. God, on Christmas Day, may we hear your proclamation that in you and in your Son, Jesus Christ, peace, love, wonder, hope, and life never die. Amen. Thanks for sharing this prayer time with me. If you think this prayer would help someone, please forward it to them. And until our next time together, please remember that God and his angels are just a prayer away.